In computing the quartiles of group data, the following formula is used. QK equals LB plus KN over 4 minus CFB over FQK times the interval, where LB is the lower boundary of the QK class, N is the total frequency, FQK is the frequency of the QK class, K is the nth quartile, CFB is the cumulative frequency of the class, and I is the size of the class interval before the QK class. Now let's discuss the example for quartile 1. We're going to use this table of distribution. First, let's identify the given. The value of n is equal to 30, which is the sum total of all the frequencies, and I is equal to 3, that comes from counting the lower limit up to the upper limit of the class scores, 10 to 12. So we have 10, 11, 12, and that is 3. Now, let's have the quartile 1 class. Since k is equal to 1, then kn over 4 equals 30 over 4 is equal to 7.5. Check the less cumulative frequency in the table and look for the value which is greater than or equal to the value of kn over 4, which is 7.5, and that is 12. So the quartile 1 class is the row containing the class scores of 13 to 15. Other values needed. LB is equal to 12.5, CF below is equal to 4, and the frequency of quartile 1 class is 8. Now, let's substitute all the values given in the formula. So we have quartile 1 is equal to 12.5, which is the LB, plus 7.5, which is the KN over 4 minus 4, the CFB over 8, which is the frequency of the quartile 1 class, times the interval I, equals 12.5 plus 7.5 minus 4 is 3.5 divided by 8 times 3 is equal to 12.5 plus 3.5 times 3 divided by 8 is 1.31, and 12.5 1.31 is equal to 13.81. Therefore, 25% of the students have a score less than or equal to 13.81. Let's proceed to examples for quartile 2. We're going to use the same distribution table where n is equal to 30 and I is equal to 3. Let's get the quartile 2 class. Since k is equal to 2, then kn over 4 is equal to 60 over 4 is equal to 15. The less cumulative frequency which is greater than or equal to the value of kn over 4, which is 15, is 19. So the quartile 2 class is the row containing the class scores of 16 to 18. Other values needed. LB is equal to 15.5, CFB equals 12, the frequency is equal to 7. Substituting all the values in the formula, so we have 15.5, which is your LB, plus kn over 4, which is 15, minus CFB, which is 12, over the frequency 7 times the interval 3, is equal to 15.5 plus 15 minus 12 is equal to 3 over 7 times 3, equals 15.5 plus 3 times 3 divided by 7 is equal to 1.29, and 15.5 plus 1.29 is equal to 16.79. Therefore, 50% of the students have a score less than or equal to 16.79. Let's have example for quartile 3. We're going to use the same distribution table where n is equal to 30 and I is equal to 3. Let's get the quartile 3 class. Since k is equal to 3, then kn over 4 is equal to 90 over 4 is equal to 22.5. The less cumulative frequency which is greater than or equal to the value of kn over 4, which is 22.5, is 25. So, the quartile 3 class is the row containing the class scores of 19 to 21. Other values needed. LB is equal to 18.5, CFB equals 19, the frequency is equal to 6. Substituting all the values in the formula is equal to 18.5, which is your LB, plus Kn over 4, which is 22.5, minus 19, which is CFB, over the frequency 6 times the interval 3, is equal to 18.5 plus 22.5 minus 19 is 3.5 over 6 times 3, which is equal to 18.5 plus 3.5 times 3 over 6 is 1.75, and 18.5 plus 1.75 is equal to 20.25. Therefore, 75% of the students have a score less than or equal to 20.25.